In the mid-'70s, the Iowa Hawkeyes hired a program builder, Lute Olson. In 9 years, the gray-haired Olson made Iowa a winner, a Final Four team in 1980. When Olson left for Arizona in 1984, George Raveling, the master of recruiting, brought his war on the boards approach to Iowa City, but no Big Ten title. Last year, Raveling left for Southern Cal. The new man in Iowa this year is Dr. Tom Davis, former Boston College and Stanford coach. Davis and Iowa have been in the nation's top 10 all year. Their most dramatic win came at Illinois a month ago, rallying from 22 down in the second half to tie it at the buzzer. And then in overtime, Iowa held off the Illini for a stunning 91-88 overtime win. It was their 16th in a row, on their way to an Iowa record of 18 straight and #1 in the nation. Today, the rematch, Illinois and Iowa.
NBC Sports presents the best in college basketball. Today from Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City, Iowa, it's the Illinois Fighting Illini versus the Iowa Hawkeyes. Brought to you by Michelob. So exceptionally smooth, the night belongs to Michelob. By Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world. And by the Discover Card, the credit card that offers a wide range of financial services.
Carver Arena on the campus of the University of Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes, 15,000 plus partisan indeed as they await this crucial Big Ten game with the University of Illinois. Hello, everyone. Dick Enberg with Al McGuire, and there are the standings in the Big Ten. Indiana on top. The Hoosiers are idle this weekend. Play Monday at Wisconsin. Purdue beat Iowa here on Thursday night to move into second place. Illinois and Iowa battling for third. Ohio State and Michigan, while their records in the conference are ordinary, overall they're expected to make the NCAA. 6 teams from the Big Ten, considered the strongest conference in the nation. All right, now the crowd, and what kind of game will we see today?
Well, I think, first of all, Dick, the Big Ten is physical, but mainly not because of the referees blowing a slow whistle or the players, mainly because of the crowd. They go bananas. It's like the Christians, the Lions, gladiators.
You're going to fit right in. We're going to have a great matchup today. Doug Oldenburger will go against Roy Marble, the Illini defensive wizard, against Marble, the top scorer for Iowa. We'll have the starting lineups for you in just a moment.
In a battle drill, you need horsepower, firepower, people power. That's teamwork.
Moving tank, direct front, 2,000.
This team uses a computer, thermal sight, laser rangefinder.
Ah!
Yeah.
All that you can.
We win, the whole tank wins. The whole team wins, not just one person.
Find your future in the Army.
Eric, smile.
Eric smiled. Eric waved to Daddy. Phooey. Since they got that little RCA camcorder, I get no peace. It's so easy. He takes it everywhere. Dad. Oh, well, I guess someday I'll look back at this and laugh.
Finally, a VHS camcorder so small, so simple, it doesn't miss a thing. RCA's new Small Wonder VHS. It just might be the world's easiest from RCA.
University of Illinois 19-5, but they're just a handful of points away from being a perfect team. Ken Norman's their top scorer, a powerful senior. Lowell Hamilton, a sophomore in the front line. They'll play 3 guards. They're one of the top 3-point shooting teams in the nation. The freshman Bardo, the senior Altenberger, and Weisinger, who is a very tough man outside. Iowa 21-3 after losing to Purdue here 80-73 on Thursday night. The 7-footer Lohaus, Marble, a sophomore, is their leading scorer. Gary Wright starts for the first time this year at center. He broke his hand early and missed a month of the season. DJ Armstrong, a sophomore guard. Jeff Moe is their best outside shooter. This is the first time that Tom Davis has used this starting lineup for Iowa this year, with Wright and Moe in, Horton and Gamble out of the Iowa lineup. But he'll play 10, 11 men. He has a very deep bench, does Iowa. Illinois not so well blessed, but an outstanding team. And as you saw earlier, Illinois had Iowa beaten by 22 in the second half, but couldn't put him away at Champaign a month ago. Controlled by Illinois, Weisinger, smallest man on the court at 5'10", from Peoria. This is Norman out high. Altenberger, a good outside perimeter shooter.
Five Iowa guys have touched the ball already. Norman
hits the 15-footer.
That's a good rule. First time down, make sure everybody touches the ball.
Lohaus to Armstrong. Wright playing with that heavily bandaged hand that was broken. That's right inside. He's a leaper. And scores with a foul on Bardo.
They got caught on the pick down low. Iowa's very physical on the baseline. Watch the blind pick down low. Wright comes off it. Free by himself. Cannot have 100% in that hand. Watching the foul shot with the hand is so overtaped.
And he's not a good free throw shooter. 46% on the season. But that one is good enough, and Iowa takes the early lead 3-2.
Ever pressured by the Hawks.
They'll make you play the 94 feet, Iowa.
They use a 10-man rotation.
Taken away by Moe. Lohaus, it seems strange to see that 7-footer playing outside. You'll see him there often in the Iowa offense, especially against a zone.
Well, for 4 years he played with his back to the basket. This is his 5th year. He's a red shirt. Now he plays facing the basket.
Right inside, won't drop. Altenberger gets the rebound, and he's fouled by Wright.
Surprisingly, here's a ball player. Lohaus was going to quit the game. Now all of a sudden he's going to be a first-round draft choice in the NBA because he's truly a forward, not a center.
Number 54 you saw come in the dark blue of Illinois, Jens Kuyava, the 7-foot sophomore from West Germany. Bardo, who has made his way into the starting lineup, the freshman. Altenberger has the ball go off the knee of Armstrong, and here comes B.J. Armstrong. Short. Weisinger the other way, one-on-one.
Should be able to take him.
That was a nice pull-up by Weisinger, and it's 4-3 Illinois.
Tiny Y is one of the best small players in the country. Made All-American.
Moe jamming his way in. The foul, however, is against Illinois. Second foul on Bardo early. One of the reasons that Lou Henson of Illinois can go with that 3-guard, 2-forward offense is that Bardo is a very big guard at 6'5" and change.
He releases Tony Y to the side. Tony Y has trouble playing the point guard because he's only 5'10".
Moe, the team's best free throw shooter, 81%, ties it at 4. 21, Glenn Blackwell, the only non-Illinois high school player on this Illini team. He's from Highland Park, Michigan. He's averaging 10 points a game. He replaces Hamilton. Moe hits a deuce, and it's 5-4 Iowa. Good ball movement. Altenberger wide open. Can't hit it. Tipped beautifully by Blackwell, but he was on someone's back, and that has Tom Davis on his feet.
Definitely pole vaulted on that tap.
Now watch Iowa throughout. They're one of the best teams in the nation on the offensive boards, and they're leading the nation in rebounding margin. There's Wright getting a chance, but it's out of bounds off Wright.
Here's where I believe some pole vaulting. Watch Blackwell come in from the other side. No, he didn't. He just went up pole on his own.
From that angle, it looks he just made a great athletic play. Ooh, almost a steal by Moe. Weisinger to Blackwell into the paint. Sets up Cuyava. Misses the easy layup. And a foul on Lohaus. Here's the man that I was talking about, Brad Lohaus. He is the lone recruit left on this Iowa team from the Lute Olson era from Glendale, Arizona. Sat out 1 year as a redshirt. Really was thinking about giving up basketball. Just thought there was no hope, and Davis has really brought a new life to him. Wright with a rebound. Moe looking for the lead.
Oh, Norman, what a play.
The snake. That was a snake bite. Ken Norman. And the other way, Blackwell scores to make it 8-5. He's really a force off the bench, Blackwell.
Blackwell's all athletes.
3 minutes gone, a 3-point lead for the visitors from Illinois. Now Lohaus at 7 feet will take that outside shot. Wright is fouled. Weisinger got him. Or was it Blackwell?
Nice block here. Norman just smothered the backboard. Now they break down the other end of the fast break. And that finishes it.
And Blackwell's story continues. He picks up the foul at the other end, his first. And here's Gary Wright from San Bernardino, California. Went to San Gorgonio High School out there near Palm Springs. Well, a man not shooting 50% from the line has made 2 out of 2 today.
Wright started at Southern California.
That's right. He was a freshman there. Sir Jam-A-Lot, his nickname. Not just because he leaps well and can jam the ball. He was a high school disc jockey, and that's when they danced, he was the man, the jammer.
He spun him.
8-6. Illinois leads Iowa. 3.5 minutes gone. Cuyava from 17. Right up high, but it's taken away by Altenberger as Wright and his teammate Lohaus collided. Altenberger, good timing, picks up the garbage. Inside, the marble off the right, no basket, a foul on Cuyava. Let's go back. Here's where 2 Iowa men really in each other's way.
Watch how high Wright gets up. Now he can't control. He still favors his shooting hand. You notice he's trying to catch it with his right hand. He's a lefty. That hand's not 100%.
Lohaus knocked it away from him, and Altenberger says thank you. Into the game for the first time, number 14, Bill Jones from Detroit, Michigan, went to a Southwestern high school in the Motor City.
Playing the 2-3 zone. Look for an outside shot. Get it around to Jones.
Jones has not played, did not play Thursday night. He's had an Achilles problem and the flu. They've missed him. He was a starter last year. Lohaus penetrates, taken away by Gill, who's just into the game. Kendall Gill, who has 32 steals, second on the team, even though he's played only about a quarter of the time. Well, you can see a lot of activity underneath, a lot of bump and shove and picks. Altenberger, and he was fouled. Marble got him.
When Hoagie gets the ball down low, he's either going to come up with 2 points or 2 fouls. Shots.
Tom Davis, in his first year here at Iowa, the 48-year-old head coach from Stanford and previously at Boston College and Lafayette. His college coaches on the bench with him today from Wisconsin Platteville, where Davis was a guard. 11-6 is Altenberger. takes his second. So the early lead belongs to the Illini. 12-6. 4.5 minutes gone.
The most punishing road in Europe is not the Appian Way in Italy. You will not find it in a remote section of the Tyrolean Alps, or even some medieval village. Mercedes-Benz engineers would say they built it here in Sindelfingen, West Germany. A test of strength more brutal than any road, punishing the car for weeks on end, because in their quest for durability, Mercedes-Benz engineers just don't know when to stop.
You want personal service, and State Farm is there.
I'm State Farm Agent John Monson. Anybody can sell you insurance, but backing it up with service is what really counts. When my customers need any help with their auto, home, life, or health insurance, or they have a claim, they come right to me. State Farm agents don't hide from you after you buy the policy.
And like a good neighbor,
We're there, backing it with service.
State Farm is there.
At UPS, it was never our intention to become a tourist attraction. But every year, scores of efficiency-minded Japanese businessmen show up and ask to tour our facilities. You see, UPS is so efficient, we can deliver next-day air usually for half what other companies charge. Which is why so many Japanese find UPS the most rewarding package tour anywhere. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Gene Hatcher, a pressure fighter from Fort Worth, nicknamed Mad Dog. He becomes an animal inside the ring. Frankie Warren, a good puncher. He's Texas' latest gift to the junior welterweight division. Hatcher battles Warren. The Lone Star Showdown, live on NBC Sports World.
You know, you can almost pick those coaches out of a crowd. John Barth, that's a nice touch. Tom Davis played under Barth at Wisconsin. Platteville has invited him here to sit on the bench, the Iowa bench today. Well, the top team in the nation, Iowa, rebounding. 12 rebounds over their opponents on an average all year long, have been out-rebounded 7-1 by Illinois. And Lou Henson said that's a key. Just want to stay within 5 in rebounds of Iowa.
Well, they're boxing out on the offensive board. That's where Iowa hurts you on second tries. Also, Altenberg is doing a marvelous job on marble. 2-3 zone.
12-6. Iowa trails Illinois. In the game, 35, Kevin Gamble has been a starter all season long. He's a senior from Springfield, Illinois. This is Gamble, averaging 12 a game. He's had a bad thigh. You see it's heavily wrapped, the right thigh. Lohaus, big left-hander, hits. It's 12-8, his first bucket.
Nice patience. Try to fight in the line,
We're going to see this Iowa team against Indiana next Saturday in Bloomington on NBC. Norman, the Snake, 14-8. He has 4.
Beautiful. Picture book fast break.
It is an up-tempo style of Tom Davis. 14-10.
He does the same thing Dean Smith does at North Carolina. He makes the offensive team think what you're doing on defense rather than running their offense.
Weisinger inside, a nice pass to Norman.
Oh.
A little twist off the glass. He has 6. And the foul outside on Gill of Illinois. That'll be the 5th on the Illini. Iowa 3-team fouls.
Watch Norman this time have to recock because Wright comes over at him, makes him shoot a little bit higher. There goes Wright up. No, he held his ground. Played it off the glass.
Al Lorenzen in the game. He's to inbound the ball for Iowa. And Ed Horton is also in number 25.
Surprised at so few three-point shots.
Lorenzen has it taken away by Ken Norman. Quick hands. Weisinger for 3. He had 5 out of 5 in the first game against Iowa.
Get the ball into JB's hands all the time.
Easy Ed Horton with a rebound, and now it's Iowa trying to cut into that 6-point Illinois lead. Roy Marble, his first hoop. Marble leads the club with 14 points a game.
And he scored it on the best defensive ball player in the Big Ten, Doug Altenberger.
Oh. Gamble rejecting that pass, went right back to Weisinger.
Into a 1-2-2. In comes the crowd.
Altenberger is open in that right-hand corner. There he is for three. Rebound Horton. Here come the Hawkeyes. Stolen for a moment by Blackwell, but Armstrong with quick hands gets it back. 16-12 Illinois.
Hard to cover him man-to-man.
Altenberger on Marble.
Gamble should have cleared out that time. Let Marble go one-on-one. Here he goes. He's tough.
Short on that one. Lorenzen picks it off. Good fake, score, and foul. Call him the Vanilla Gorilla, Al Lorenzen, number 44.
This crowd is trained to try to get a run going. Now watch Al Lorenzen get the ball on the inside. A simple little head and shoulder fake. Then the import from West Germany, Jens Kujaba hits him.
Kujaba commits his second foul. Marble goes out. Mo is in for Iowa. And here's Lorenzen with a chance to pull Iowa within one.
If this ball goes in, Dick, watch the amount of maximum pressure that we put on up court by Iowa.
Not there. Rebound Hamilton, who has returned to the Illinois lineup. 16-14. The Illini lead is 2. Blackwell to Altenberger as they break the press. Blackwell, that's not a three-pointer. Norman, high in the crowd. Great pass to Blackwell. Goaltending. Horton. It was on the rim.
Might have caught more than the net than the rim that time. It was a good call by the official.
6 points for Blackwell. Here it is again.
Watch Ed Horton go up. See, he caught the net more than the rim. But that's illegal. Basket's good.
Ooh, pick set up by Lorenzen, and Blackwell goes flying. No whistle. Mo, three-pointer. It's 18-17. Mo from Indianapolis, a junior, has 5 points.
Don't lose your composure. They're losing their composure.
Armstrong with Mo. Armstrong, Iowa looking for the lead. Lorenzen has it.
That should call for a timeout, maybe. Because if Iowa gets a run with this crowd, it's tough.
6-point Illinois lead has disappeared, and it's Iowa leading by 1 at 19-18. Now the zone defense.
Zone defense with active arms. Watch them all moving their arms. Should go for the three-point shot here.
The last 3 times down, Illinois has gone for the long shot and have not been able to connect. There's a foul on Lorenzen.
Lorenzen caught a piece of Lowell Hamilton.
Blackwell goes out. Bardo returns. And we have a timeout with just under 11 minutes remaining in the opening half. Iowa by 1.
It was the ultimate test of endurance, equivalent to more than a lap around the world in 8.5 days. This Mercedes-Benz traveled 31,000 miles, averaging over 154 miles per hour, stopping only seconds at a time for fuel and fresh drivers. Indeed, only seconds were needed, because during the entire trip, not a single mechanical failure occurred. High performance is exciting. High performance and reliability is Mercedes-Benz.
I like your thinking. It's a solution we've been searching for. We've included networking, multi-user systems, as well as PC-compatible workstations and software. And I like your installation, support, training, service. Radio Shack Computer Centers have it all. I know we can do business.
Tandy Computers at Radio Shack Computer Centers. In business, for business.
Wendy's presents hot and juicy hamburgers. If you've ever had a dry, chewy hamburger, you're gonna love Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. Wendy's new big classic, soft Kaiser roll, juicy meat, juicy toppings, and lots of napkins.
In a non-contact sport, watch Blackwell 175 as he meets Lorenzen 235. That is a pick.
And that is a legal pick. Al Lorenzen didn't move.
Tom Davis, who is very fond of history, is talking before the game about his colonial heroes and said, well, Roy Marble doesn't consider Davis colonial, but he does have high respect for him. And Davis, in turn, had respect for Benjamin Franklin. He said, you know, Benjamin Franklin was a great athlete, maybe America's first outstanding athlete, as so chronicled in historical albums. And he was a fine swimmer. In fact, was tempted to go to France. They wanted him to go there as a swimming coach, a teacher.
In the 1980s, he'd go to Southern California.
He probably was thinking about it. Bardo with the inbounds pass. Gill. Stay with a three-guard, two-forward alignment as Illinois.
This is a matchup zone. And whoever has the ball is played man-to-man. Watch Marble come out on him. Marble come back out. They're leaving too much room for Gill. Gill has a shot if he wants it.
Good patience. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Altenberger for three. Misses again. And it's out of bounds to Illinois. Last touch by Wright.
Again, Wright does not have complete control of that bandaged hand. Remember, he's a lefty. He just can't control the ball. Tom Davis thought that the fight in the Illini hit the ball out.
Now this defense of Iowa's, Al, forcing Illinois outside, and the Illini, one of the best outside shooting teams in the country, just haven't been able to drop one.
They'll start dropping. I say the next one Doug takes goes down. Get it around. Come on, put me on the line.
Yeah, he may not want to take it now after missing 2 or 3 in a row.
Not that guy. He's the pressure. Pressure cooker. That's what he is. Get it around him. Come on. Let it fly, kid. Treasy. Ooh.
You're getting too good. We're going to send you to a higher league.
Hey, I coached for 25 years.
21-19 on the three-pointer by Altenberger.
Now we got to do something by Iowa. People think I'm rooting for the fight in the line. I don't root for anyone.
Unless they're way behind.
Yeah, I want an overtime game.
Inside to Moe to try to tie it. Wright with a rebound. He's got it. 21 all.
Iowa is so well coached on putbacks. Every time they count 1,001, give a head and shoulder fake, and put it back in.
Norman avoiding the charge. Oh, he is a man.
I watched him do wind sprints yesterday, Dick.
Oh.
He's not a first high-round draft choice in the NBA. I don't know basketball. Circus moves by Marble. I don't know what the ref called that time.
B.J. Armstrong for charging prior to the pass.
We can't hear the whistle a lot because the crowd's so active. But Marble was doing his thing.
That's the 5th team foul in Iowa. Illinois has 6. A foul occurring before the shot. There was a foul on the shot by Marble, but the previous whistle, of course, had already blown the play dead.
Norman plays above the rim from the magic eye.
Bill Jones returns to the Iowa lineup, number 14, and Armstrong goes out. Now here's that full court press by Iowa, and nagging but not too bothersome to Illinois.
No, their second press will come in half court. Watch. Bang! They throw 2 presses at you. They try to put you to sleep, then put the second one on. The second one didn't work. They should settle back to man-to-man.
Norman inside, knocked away by Lohaus.
Norman got to be careful. He's dropping and putting that shoulder in there now. They're calling for charging. Out of bounds, zone by the Hawkeye.
Inside by Gill. Tipped in by Norman. Oh, my. He has 10 points already, Ken Norman. Right. Oh, does that count?
Wow, the basket It's got to be good. The ball got out of his hand before he charged. Let's see if they call the basket good.
No basket.
Oh, boy. Well, here he goes upstairs.
Altenberger is willing to take it.
And again, the Zebras are right. And again, the Fox is wrong.
25-21, Norman, he's put on a one-man show, knocked out of bounds, and then off the hands of Hamilton. Actually, Norman a little unselfish there. He had a little 10-footer himself. Look at Davis work on the officials.
Well, Tom, we had a second look at that, Tom. The ball was not out of Wright's hands. So obviously it was a charge.
25-21, Illinois leads it. 8.5 minutes remain in this first half. A visit with the woman who will coach our 1980 U.S. Olympic basketball team at halftime with Al. It's short, and the foul on Hamilton.
I enjoy doing at least 2 women shows a season. I think one of the reasons I do them, Dick, is that my sister Kathleen was a great professional basketball player in her days.
Of course, this is great high school girls basketball. They have a tremendous tournament here. In many places it outdraws boys play.
Well, they still play here, Dick, 6 on a team.
Some do.
Some do. Also in Texas. That's the only 2 states that the high school girls still play 6 on a team.
Ed Horton, the sophomore from Springfield, he was Mr. Illinois basketball a couple of years ago. Told me that he's had a brother, William, who's a senior, 6'2" guard. He says he's going to play somewhere.
All he wanted yesterday was an NBC hat.
When are we ever going to get some?
I said, Ed, baby, I'm looking for them myself.
You've been here 10 years.
I can get a raise easy if I can get an NBC hat.
25-23, Illinois leads.
Oh, close.
Jones with a near steal. Bardo gives it up to Hamilton from the side. Boy, look at him crash the boards, and it's Altenberger. Always seems to be in the right spot.
They can't allow Illini on an inside like that. Coach Henson likes to put a man in the baseline against zones, look for the loop pass.
Now they're putting Lohaus on the side of the zone where Altenberger is to try to bother him on that three-point shot. Doesn't take it. Bardo will. His first attempt is too long. Lohaus with a rebound. He leads Iowa in rebounding. And now a chance for Iowa to tie or take the lead.
I thought they cleared it out nice for Marble that time. Get it back around the Marble. Let's see what Augie can do with it.
Oh, he's wide open. 25 all. 4 points for Marble.
One-on-one. Marble's idol is Michael Jordan. He has Michael Jordan's number. He also flips over his knee pad like Michael Jordan.
Under 7 minutes left. This crucial Big Ten game. Illinois and Iowa. It's Altenberger not there for 3. Lohaus rebounds for the Hawkeyes.
Hamilton has to come in with more board work.
Marble again.
Michael Jordan, be proud of you, Marble.
Iowa regains the lead at 27-25 at the 6:30 mark.
Waddle's an outstanding freshman. Cool. Hard to communicate in this place.
Since the Big Ten does not have a postseason tournament, winning the championship in the Big Ten is as important as any conference in the country, maybe more important. And that's why this game is so critical, because the loser really will drop out probably of the hopes, at least, of winning the Big Ten championship. You need to win to stay alive. The foul
by Hamilton. Outright two-shot foul on him. I say, Dick, in the NCAA, that's 6 teams. 6. How many did I say?
I think you said 6, didn't you, Coach?
Okay, 6 teams from the Big Ten will go to the NCAA.
You're going to include Michigan and Ohio State, with Purdue Illinois, Iowa, and the leader, Indiana.
I think the starting 4 teams in the Big Ten will go to 4 different territories. Only one will be hurt. That's the territory that North Carolina is in.
Roy Marble, the Michigander from Flint, Michigan, Beecher High School.
That's short. Get out there. See his knee pad down there? That's what Michael Jordan also does. He flips his knee pad over. That's a yellow knee pad, and the top of it is black. Michael is his idol. There it is, see?
This for the lead.
28-27 Iowa.
And Roy Marble and Doug Altenberger hawking him, but Marble is hot now. He has 7 with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the half.
They gave it a 4-cylinder, 16-valve jewel of an engine and the most sophisticated suspension outside the racing world, and even a rear aerodynamic wing. Then they gave it a name, the Mercedes-Benz 2.316. And the rest is performance history, or soon will be. Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world.
Excuse me. Can I help you?
I'm not sure. I'm looking for the perfect TV. A 27-inch with black matrix, 110-degree angle of deflection, computer-accurate digital access tuning, 178 channels, built-in stereo decoder, and it's got to have infrared remote control that runs the TV, cable, and VCR, even if they're different brands. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. You want a Magnavox.
The perfect picture, the perfect remote. Nobody puts it together like Magnavox.
Howdy. Give me a light.
Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Give me a light. A Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name of taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
Ask for Bud Light, because everything else is just a light.
Hi. Oh. Buy your friend a beer.
Sunday, the Duke Blue Devils battle the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. College basketball, it's the stuff Sundays are made of on NBC Sports.
I've been getting mail. They're saying that McGuire really isn't always that good. You know, snub him now and then. Don't always give in to it. I got something I bet you don't know. And it involves the game today, an important person in the game today. Who is Lou Latino? Lou Latino. I bet you don't know.
Lou Latino, the nighttime bartender at the Limehouse.
No, well, it may be, but he's got to be here tonight or this afternoon. And we'll give you the answer, and the rest of the people who are wondering who Lou Latino is. A very important character in this drama today, Lou Latino.
Lou Latino. Sounds like one of the emperors in a South American country, a banana republic.
Tony Weisinger for Illinois. Off to Norman. Kuyaba to Altenberger. And now Gill, the freshman. Rebound to Wright. Armstrong brings it down. Kuyaba tips the pass intended for Wright. Wright, a good job. Gary Wright.
Wow, they got some plays here at Iowa, Dick.
It's got to be the deepest bench in the country.
Deepest bench with quality.
Wright is one of the great leapers in the country. 42-inch vertical. Smooth. He's averaged only 5.5 points a game because of that bad hand. He's got 8 today in the first half.
Nice decision not to go for it. The numbers weren't there. The 2-on-2.
(30-27) Iowa. That's their biggest lead. Out of bounds to the Hawkeyes.
Have to be a little bit more patient.
Stay tuned at halftime. Al McGuire with a very special guest, one of the top coaches in the country.
Got Marble down low.
Right to the baseline.
And Mo rebounds, the 6'4" guard. And he is tripped up by Kendall Gill of Illinois.
Mo is a small package of Doug Altenberger. They both have the same type of blue-collar lunch pail style of play.
He's a Scott Skiles type that played at Michigan State last year. He's on the line looking for his 6th point from Indianapolis. Wanted to go to Indiana, of course, growing up there and near the Hoosiers' home base, but Bobby Knight already had Steve Alford and recruited Delray Brooks, and so he really didn't get a nibble. So elected to come here to Iowa.
Well, Delray Brooks is showing his ability at Providence College now, doing a good job.
He's not related, in case you're wondering, to Doug Moe, the coach.
Here comes strong pressure. Develop a run.
5-point lead for Iowa. That's the most they've enjoyed. And good pressure. And finally, Norman spots Bardot. Then the steal by Armstrong. BJ on the run.
Nice try.
What a play by Marble. Did you see that pass by Marble?
This is how you blow a 22-point lead, Illinois. You got to go easy.
Three-pointer.
They'll blow you out of here. Timeout, 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 timeout. They'll have to do it.
A 9-point run by Iowa in less than a minute. And they suddenly have a 10-point advantage. Look at this pass by Marble. He can't make the dunk. Tips it back to right. What presence in midair. And the Hawkeyes are flying.
It began as a new way of thinking about the relationship between the automobile and the road. It evolved into an automotive suspension system like none before. The Mercedes-Benz multi-link independent rear suspension system. 5 individual links per wheel precisely interacting to achieve handling stability as never before. Helping to make the 300 class the most technologically advanced automobiles in Mercedes-Benz history.
Why should I pay with just any credit card when this one pays me money back?
The Discover card. Smart move.
A credit card that pays you money back on every purchase.
Choose it, just your style.
Money that adds up to a yearly cash bonus.
Get it back.
All from a card that costs nothing to get.
Smart move. The Discover card.
Let's see that dress. Let's see that card.
Use it at more and more places like Service Merchandise, Casual Corner, and Kinney Shoes.
Light fighters, the new light infantry. No matter where you are, in the jungle, the Arctic, the desert, or the mountains, you run out of day before you run out of challenge.
You know, all this talk about building your confidence might sound like a lot of hype. Let me tell you, hype doesn't get you to the top of this rock.
Be all that you can be.
Hey, Gal.
What?
The elevator's here.
Find your future in the Army.
Tonight on Hunter, Dee Dee goes undercover as a high society model, risking her life to crack a ring of jet-set crooks.
You brought me a cop!
Tonight.
Back where they love their basketball in Iowa. And there is Lou Latino. Tom Davis, when he was being wooed by the University of Houston to replace Guy Lewis, checked into a Houston motel using the name Lou Latino.
Oh. 007.
The Illini trying to break this tremendous momentum of Iowa. Earlier, Illinois led by 6, and there's another, almost a turnover. Norman able to save it.
I just keep the ball in Tony Wise's hand like this, and you should be okay.
Illinois back to its starting 5.
They want to get into Norman. Wright cannot cover Norman, not from the back position like that.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Lowell Hamilton is way short. Mo rebounds.
And kept his dribble alive.
And a foul on Lohaus. He knew it over the back. Both teams are in the bonus, so they'll go to the other end 1-1.
I think that Illinois should stop a second and say, hey, let's get the ball into Norman. Snake can do it, and will force Iowa into a zone, and then they can bomb from the outside. with Altenberger, Weisinger, and Bardo, if he's still in there.
Roy Marble returns for Iowa after a breather. One of the strengths of this Iowa team with their pressing defense and their long bench is the final 10 minutes of the game. They like to wear down their opponents, and the fact that they have more manpower, they in part explain some of their remarkable come-from-behind wins.
Well, the only one in their rotation, their 10-man rotation they haven't used yet, a kid named Reeves. They've used Jones, they've used Moe, they've used Lorenzen, and they used Wright out there, plus the 5 that's out there now. So 10-man rotation is not a normal thing in college. Usually it's 7.
Norman hits a deuce and now has 14 points. He's averaging over 21 a game.
Excellent hands. Doesn't turn the ball over too much, B.J. Armstrong.
Horton misses. Marble underneath.
Great.
That was a good play by Kuyava.
Kuyava didn't move, kept his arms up straight. Marble couldn't break through him with strength.
Horton inside the Lohaus. Good rebound by Norman, and a foul is on Ed Horton of Iowa. That'll send Norman to the line at the other end.
Was not a good shot selection by Brad Lohaus that time.
Ken Norman. Actually, those who might go back to his days in high school at Crane High School in Chicago will remember him as Ken Colliers. Probably runs the floor as well as any big man in the United States. And as Al said yesterday, when they run wind sprints end to end after the practice, Illinois, Norman is, you would think he was an Olympic quarter miler the way he runs. His first miss. Here comes Iowa.
I think the MVP in the Big Ten has to be between him at the present time and Steve Alford. They're keeping the center down low, laying off Horton. The other guys are playing hard man-to-man. Watch wherever Horton goes, the center will not come out with him. See him out there to the side now? He's going to have to shoot from there.
Won't drop for Ed Horton.
You've got to be able to hit the 15-footer to keep the defense honest.
Illinois with a chance to cut into the 8-point lead. Less than 2 minutes left in this first half.
I slide down low, Norman, and I use the big guy as a pick.
Weisinger, a tough shot, misses everything. Went through the legs of Lohaus right to Horton.
One thing that Iowa does so good, constantly the ball's in B.J. Armstrong's hands. No one dribbles. As soon as they get the ball, they give it to the little guy.
Deflected, and Weisinger, can he save? Yes, to Altenberger. Number 23 is the offensive call as the sign goes up on the Illini bench.
Well, if that sign doesn't mean get the ball down to Norman, I'd rip up the sign.
Maybe they mean 33.
All right, now you're looking at a zone.
They're really giving the wings.
Yep. It'll be hard to get into Norman inside that zone.
Oh, bad pass. Stolen by Marble. Great pass, fake pass, and no basket. The foul before the shot by Weisinger.
2 water bugs that time. Tony Y reached in and committed the foul, coming down the right side of the wing. Nice bounce pass here. Coach likes bounce passes. There's the bounce pass. Here Tony Y reaches in. Good foul.
At the line, B.J. Armstrong from Detroit, Brother Rice High School. Benjamin Jr., B.J. stands for. Averaging 12 a game. And looking for his first point today.
That's nice form on the foul shot. He's up in his toes after he delivers it. In the game we watched Thursday night against Purdue, he made some spectacular plays, but Purdue beat him from wire to wire.
The Boilermaker club is solid. Everett Stevens, their point guard, was magnificent. Had 5 out of 5 3-point shots.
Gene Keady is an outstanding coach. Doesn't get much ink because he's out there with Digger and Bobby. Watch those heels go up. Watch the ball go in.
10-point lead once again for Iowa. Here comes Kent Hill, number 40. He replaces Gary Wright.
Doesn't play often. They figure maybe if there's going to be a foul, they don't want anybody else to pick up fouls.
Long pass to Norman. Fielded that one like a Chicago Bear receiver, but can't hit the shot. Hill, that's the man just in, picks up the loose ball.
throws it out. About 7-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So Iowa must take a shot. Marble sets up Lorenzen. Rebound Marble over the crowd. Stolen by Altenberger.
And Altenberger gets one of his famous rebounds, diving on the floor for them. Big basket here. I think he shot a little too soon.
Norman hits it.
Yeah, he hit it and went in, but the strategy wasn't right. They should have milked it down. And if he hits it, then they go in with an 8-point lead. This way, they might go in 10 down rather than 8 down.
That's the official clock. Gamble for a three-pointer. Lorenzen, that'll count, but it was partially blocked by Norman. The end of the first half at Iowa City. The hometown Hawkeyes of Tom Davis go off the court with an 8-point lead over the Fighting Illini. And Iowa, we should remind you, 16-0 this year when they lead at the half. And we'll return with Al McGuire's Hoops after this.
Don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light.
Bud Light. A less filling light beer with the first name and taste. Because everything else is just a light. Bud Light.
At UPS, we wash our planes so often, our competitors think we're obsessive. But keeping our planes clean reduces wind drag, which saves us thousands of tons of jet fuel each year. And it's obsessiveness like this that lets us deliver next-day air usually for half what other companies charge. Besides, we happen to like our planes clean. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Moo. Behold the Isuzu Pup, the lowest priced truck in America. About $6. Buy a pup now and you can get 3.9% financing or 500 pounds of bananas. Why, I saved enough money to buy this island and all the fish. Penumeli, Kiki Bobo.
Hurry, 3.9% financing or $500 rebate offer ends soon.
What's the world-famous Metropolitan Life representative up to now, Charlie Brown?
He wants to make sure people know that Metropolitan offers auto insurance, homeowners insurance, health insurance, and retirement planning, as well as life insurance.
What's he got in mind?
Good grief.
Spectacular.
Get Met. It pays.
Don't just ask for a light beer.
A couple of lights.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light.
Bud Light. A less filling light beer with the first name and taste. Because everything else
Last call.
is just a light.
Welcome back to Iowa City. In the 50s and 60s, the Big Ten was known for its run-and-shoot, fast break style. Then Bobby Knight came in, then everyone more pick-down, defense-oriented. Tom Davis brings back that full-court pressure in a run-and-shoot game.
It might take a couple more years with the spread throughout the Big Ten, but I think it will spread. What he's brought to the game in the Big Ten is that you use a long bench and everything is defense, because defense is there every day. His multiple defenses are working, but one of the reasons they work, Dick, is the crowd gets into the game, which forced Lou Henson to call that timeout.
So the defense sparking the offense. They went from 6 down to 10 up, and the score at halftime is 39-31. Iowa over Illinois, and we'll return with Al McGuire's Hoops right after these words from your local station.
All America has seen the girls grow up. Sunday, you'll see them in their greatest adventure.
Hello, Australia.
They'll give Australia a run for its money. Breakfast in a fair dinkum world movie premiere with your favorite mates.
If you say mate one more time, I'm going to tie you to a raft and sail you to Perth.
Kick off your shoes for the facts of life down under. Gentlemen's Quarters announces the final days of their winter clearance sale and the lowest prices of the year. Save 50% on select merchandise now at Gentlemen's Quarters, Cumberland Square, Bettendorf.
Take the 3 leading corn insecticides. Counter is one, but it compromises when it comes to cutworms by just suppressing them. Lorsban compromises on consistent rootworm control, according to university root ratings. Only Diphenate controls both rootworms and cutworms. Without compromise. Guaranteed. Diphonate. Control without compromise.
Cut a big chunk out of your heating bills with our new Lennox pulse combustion gas furnace. How much energy can our pulse combustion furnace save? Plenty. In a typical northern climate with 2,500 operating hours, our pulse can pay for itself in as little as 2 years when it is a low-efficiency standing pilot furnace. This significant breakthrough in furnace design can give up to 96% efficiency. See your Lennox dealer today and start cutting your heating bills tomorrow.
The Tom Davis Show, Sunday night at 10:30.
Al McGuire's Hoops. Brought to you by Miller High Life. Miller, made the American way since 1855.
Through the course of Olympic basketball history, the United States men's teams have dominated. And so it is in 1980 that we can all celebrate the extraordinary success of the women's basketball program in international play. And as we look ahead to Seoul, Korea in 1988, the United States is being led by a woman who already has outstanding international credentials.
Kay, how come you're the Olympic coach in Seoul in '88?
Well, I'm not sure I can answer that. I can answer it from my perspective, the reason I believe that I am. I've been working with the United States teams since 1979. I've been assistant coach on a number of teams. I've been head coach with a number of teams. But I believe the summer of '86 helped my particular cause to be the Olympic coach more than anything else.
As head coach last summer in Moscow, she won the gold at both the Goodwill Games and the World's Championship. And as an assistant coach on the '84 Olympic team in Los Angeles, she helped bring home top honors, also in the form of gold.
Kay, you were on the staff that won the gold in La La Land in '84. What do we have to do to win the gold in Seoul?
Selection committee's got to make a wise choice on players. After that, the team has to be in great physical condition. We have to be the best conditioned team that's there, or nobody can be better. We have to be at least equal in that area.
At North Carolina State, she's the leader of the Wolfpack. Head coach Chow puts into practice a style of play that has brought her and her teams great success.
I like to have a strong transition game. I'm not a run and gun coach by any means, but I like to push the ball down the court quickly. And if the opportunity for easy basket's there, I want to take advantage of it. If it's not, I want a team that has great poise and patience on offense.
What's the main difference in international play and play within the United States?
It's much more physical. They let you play a great deal more than they do in the United States.
You call that a slow whistle?
I would, yes. Gracious, I remember a game we played this summer with Bulgaria. Had 2 Soviet officials playing in Moscow. Yeah. Bulgaria. Had a shooter going in for a layup, knocked to the floor, missed the shot. It was just incidental contact.
Where did it all start? Where did basketball start?
It's a long story. You know, as far as back as I can remember, there was a basketball goal in my backyard. When I went out there one day, there it was. And a ball was there, was provided, and I picked it up, and I just played from I can't even remember when.
And now you're going after the gold ring.
It amazes me, Al. I mean, you know, I look back over my life and the way things happen and the way things are put together, and to think that I have this opportunity and this challenge before me. I am a person, I thrive on challenge. I like a challenge. Being an Olympic coach is the greatest challenge as a coach I could have, and also the greatest opportunity.
All these women that you've coached through the years, what would you want them to say about you later on in their lives?
Well, I think the first thing I hope that they recognize is that I am a lady who loves the Lord, who has principles and believes in striving to live up to those principles, who believes in giving 110% and becoming the best that I can become within the abilities that I've been given. You know, I hope that they see those things in me. I hope they see industriousness and enthusiasm for what I'm doing and a love for what I'm doing.
She's a very religious lady and almost got herself in trouble when she went to Moscow.
Yeah, she ended up bringing in some Bibles, and the Russians found the Bibles, got very upset about it. But, Dick, I don't think they would have been so upset if they would have won.
If the Russians had won.
Yes, right.
Now, being an Olympic coach, you never served in that capacity. Does that leave a void in your career?
No, it doesn't, because I wouldn't have the courage to be an Olympic coach. I think the prices are too high. I admire a John Thompson, and I admire a Coach Kathy Yao to put their whole careers, because in the United States, you must win the gold to be accepted.
Anybody can see that Miller High Life looks darker and richer than the other leading premium. And the people at Miller showed me why.
This is where it all starts.
Now tell me about this.
This is barley.
I saw how barley becomes malt.
What we have here is dark roasted barley malt.
And the roasted malt Miller blends in to make their beer darker.
You really can't see the difference.
I learned a lot from these people. And if making a beer that's dark and rich is the American way, I'd say Miller's doing a pretty good job of it.
Gene Hatcher, a pressure fighter from Fort Worth, nicknamed Mad Dog. He becomes an animal inside the ring. Frankie Warren, a good puncher. He's Texas' latest gift to the junior welterweight division. Hatcher battles Warren. The Lone Star Showdown, live on NBC Sports World.
Phil McAtee back now in New York, and we want to let you know that during halftime of our second game today, we'll talk with Bob Wade, the first-year head coach at the University of Maryland, and get a progress report on how rebuilding the basketball program at Maryland is going under Wade. Now, a lot of people think that the Big Ten right now is the best basketball conference in the country with 3 teams in the top 6. And when you look at the top scorers in the nation, there's been an awful lot of focus on Kevin Houston of Army and David Robinson of Navy. But between them is Dennis Hobson of Ohio State. He's the 6'5" swingman who's averaging over 40% from the three-point range, 50% from the field. He has scored 30 points or more in 14 games this year, a high of 41 points. And he leads the Buckeyes in rebounds, block shots, and he's second on the team in assists and steals. So suddenly a lot of people are talking about Dennis Hobson as the Big Ten Player of the Year, along with Steve Alford of Indiana, and certainly an All-American candidate. Now, second half of basketball is still to come. Iowa leading Illinois 39-31, and we'll be back to continue after these words from our local station.
Monday on Alf, who's invading the backyard?
Die, scurvy dog!
Tú eres un diablo!
Alf makes friends with a fellow alien.
Oh, no.
Then.
Amazing Stories is about to introduce your family to a new friend. The family dog.
Monday.
Chris Christopherson and Ted Turner face off on the controversial ABC miniseries America. Next on Donahue.
Monday morning at 9.
They say time flies the older you get, and maybe that's what's so precious about memories. And maybe that's why trust is so important, because young or old, you need to know who you can rely on. No matter what your age or era, Capital Federal Savings is here to help you. Capital Federal Savings, a part of your life. Capital Federal Savings Bank, more than ever, your financial friend.
When you need help at home, there's one handy place to find it.
Ameritech Bell, yellow, pages.
The complete, the accurate, the original, the one you know.
Ameritech Bell, yellow, pages.
When you're looking for something, when you're looking for someone, look in the book.
You know the one.
The complete, the accurate, the original, the one you know.
Ameritech Bell, yellow, pages.
Published by Donnelly Directory.
Join Steve Sizer for your sports tonight. College basketball is brought to you by the Heartbeat of America, today's Chevrolet. By Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light. It doesn't get any better than this. And by UPS. For express delivery to Europe and throughout the United States, UPS runs the tightest ship in the shipping business.
That 94-foot game of Iowa helping them to an 8-point lead. The key to the first 20 minutes, that run of 10 points, 12-2, that overcame the Illinois lead and gave Iowa the advantage. 8 turnovers to 4, and those two items are tied together.
Well, the thing that's important, Dick, and what the audience has to watch, when Iowa turns you over, it's usually a basket because their turnovers are created by their defense. So the spread in the defense means the spread in the score, which is 8 points.
I'm sure Lou Henson is reminding his team that over at Champaign, they led by 22 at 61 to 39 in the second half, but Iowa won the game. His team is down by only 8 at the intermission. We'll return for the second half of action here at Carver Arena in Iowa City right after these words.
Get this state-of-the-art electronic push-button phone free. When you buy 10 rolls or more of Owens Corning Big Fiberglass Insulation.
Chevrolet announces one of the biggest values in automotive history. A 6-year, 60,000-mile warranty on new 87 passenger cars, plus $1,000 cash back on new Cavaliers, Camaros, and 2.5-liter Celebrities. That's cash back on the best protected cars in Chevrolet's history.
The Florida Everglades and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. The Everglades means airboating, as close as you can get to flying without leaving the ground. And Old Milwaukee means a great beer. Cold, crisp, Old Milwaukee beer. And smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light.
There's nothing like the flavor of a special place in Old Milwaukee beer.
Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light.
Hey, guys, it doesn't get any better than this.
To break free. To reach new heights. To accept the challenge. To master a more demanding world. Feel the pride. Show the world your U.S. Navy. Live the adventure. Call 1-800-327-Navy.
Chocolate is scrumptious when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch. That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
Neither team shot 50% in the first half. Both had 13 field goals. The difference at the line, 11-4 for Iowa. Some three-point plays helping the Hawkeyes, and that's a part of the game that Illinois, 1 for 4, need to do better. And, of course, Lou Henson indicated that yesterday. You looked at the bottom of that list.
I believe that turnovers should be put in the top of that list. The most important statistic in basketball. The second most important is rebounding. And Iowa has moved up. They were losing earlier in the game 1-7.
That's right. Ken Norman leading all scorers with 16, but 2 of the Illinois starters didn't score a point, Bardo and Hamilton. And for Iowa, 10 each for Wright and Moe.
If Iowa's going to win this ball game, Hamilton is the key. He's got to get on his afterburner.
Iowa will play it in to start the second half. Lohaus, Armstrong, Marble, Wright, and Moe for the Hawkeyes. Blackwell starts with Hamilton, Norman, Altenberger, and Weisinger for Illinois.
Start out in the 2-3 zone.
Marble flipping it inside to Wright. Boy, that was a nice pass by Marble. Norman collects the rebound. That's his 6th rebound of the game to lead all board men. He's had a big game, Norman. Can't do it alone.
Yeah, they got to get Hamilton out of the gate right here.
Not even close. Good rebound by Blackwell, and the left-hander dribbles it in. 39-33. Lohaus with a three-point attempt off the top of the board and controlled by Moe to Wright. Weisinger on Armstrong. Blackwell moves out on Moe. Good pass to Wright, and the block by Hamilton, and it goes toward Illinois. The possession arrow.
Got an all ball on this. Excellent call. Watch Hamilton. Just became stymied halfway up, and the arrow favored the Illini.
A chance for Illinois to pull within 4 or better.
There's secondary pressure.
Open is Norman for that 10-foot jumper. Altenberger inside to score. Boy, it's 6-4. He gets a lot of offensive boards. At the other end, it's Marble back to Moe. And Weisinger and the foul on Altenberger for pushing.
Marble has all the ability of a super athlete.
In an SEC conflict, Florida leads the Wildcats by 4. 39-35, Iowa with the ball and the 4-point lead. They've not scored in the first 2 minutes of the second half. Norman knocks it away. Weisinger can't save.
Should take it around the horn. See how far they lay off Horton every time he touches the ball. Hamilton's right down in the paint. So you've got to probably shoot from the outside.
20 seconds on the shot clock.
Plenty of time left. 15 seconds.
Armstrong looks at the clock with 10. You see it there. And the rebound for Hamilton. Wide open down court was Blackwell, but they didn't see him. Illinois with a chance to really pull it close. It's number 23. You see the far side. Assistant coach Mark Coombs holding up the sign, and a foul away from the ball.
Yeah, Moe was all over Blackwell.
Lou Henson, head man for the Illini, 55 years old. His 12th year now at Illinois for Henson, who made his name really at New Mexico State, where he was a star player and captain himself. Altenberger moving into three-point range. Weisinger for 3. He's got it, and it's 39-38 as Illinois scores the first 7 points of the second half. Weisinger got the arm as he made the steal.
That was not a necessary foul, but Weisinger didn't realize that Hamilton had him blocked from the inside.
11 of the last 12 meetings have been close, and their rivalry in history is close. Iowa leads 51-50 in their long interstate battles.
Well,
2 bordering states.
For the last 19 trips here, Illinois has only won twice, so they're 17-2. Man to man, they should try to hit Marble now.
Here's Marble with Altenberger on him. Seconds on the shot clock. Campbell makes his move and is short on the shot. Rebound underneath goes to Norman. Oh, he's a powerful presence. For 3, Altenberger, and Illinois takes the lead. Down 39-31 at the half. They've scored 10 unanswered points and lead 41-39. And Iowa's fans up now trying to spur the offense.
Tom is waiting for the commercial timeout, which is not too smart.
Horton inside. Dishes off to Lohaus, and Norman rides him down. So does Altenberger.
That's the 3rd foul this half on the Illini.
This one on Ken Norman, his first. And at the line is Brad Lohaus. When he first came here as a freshman, he was very tall and skinny. They called him Q-tip. He had a perm like this, and he was about 190 pounds. Now he's got a new nickname, Dog. And I asked, that seems strange. Why do you call him Dog? He said, because of, as in low dog, jump talent. No jump talent, they say. Dog.
Well, he's majoring in sports promotion.
Very bright young man. Nice young man. We had a good chat with him yesterday.
They needed that real bad.
And now a chance to tie it as he looks for his 4th point of the game.
Gang outside there, you fans, you got to realize the commercial comes in at 16 minutes. So the next dead ball, normally a TV commercial will come in.
Unable to save it. Good try by Ed Horton, and it's Illinois with a 41-40 lead. So the next time the clock stops, they'll take a TV timeout. In the meantime, Illinois really on a nice run here. Norman making his move, and it's wedged into the brace of the rim, and that's the same as a jump ball. And on the alternate possession, it'll be Iowa playing it the other way. But first, the timeout with a little over 4 minutes gone in the second half.
Northwest presents mini prices to many places. Mini prices to many places. Many more places than any other airline.
Hello, I'm Leona, your automatic teller. Can I help you with a student loan?
No, a car loan, Leona. Fast forward.
Home improvement loan.
It's a General Motors car. Don't get hassled when you finance a new car or truck. Get GMAC financing only at your GM dealer. Is there someone live I could talk with around
Do we have one of our calendars? This is a farm calendar. We also have what they call a print calendar. If I can only find that.
Snake River, Wyoming and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. The Snake River means fly fishing for lunker cutthroat trout. And Old Milwaukee means a great beer. Cold, crisp Old Milwaukee beer. And smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light.
There's nothing like the flavor of a special place. And Old Milwaukee beer.
Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light.
Fellas, it just doesn't get any better than this.
Ooh, Walter, you've got energy from 100% whole wheat. Wheaties energy. Foothills all that good whole wheat. Now go tell your mama what the big boys eat.
Next Saturday, all the excitement of college basketball is here when the Kentucky Wildcats battle the Tigers of LSU. Then at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, the Iowa Hawkeyes take on Bobby Knight's Hoosiers of Indiana. Plus, West Coast regional action. College basketball. It's the stuff Saturdays are made of on NBC Sports.
Here's that last shot by Norman.
When I feel, Dick, when the ball gets stuck in the rim like this, that should not be an alternate possession. That should be a violation. Ball to
Why should it be a
Iowa.
violation? If the ball had rolled off the rim, it would have been a free ball up for any grabs. Just as he missed the shot, you get offensive rebounds and score, don't you?
Dixie, the idea is the guy put the ball up and killed the ball inside the rim. Why should you get an alternate possession? Iowa just lost an alternate possession by that. The shot had no chance of going in. It's a dead ball.
Hate to disagree with you, but I do. 41-40.
I'm not going to talk to you for the rest of the half.
Okay, I agree with you.
Zone 2-3, fighting the line eye.
Following this game from Iowa City, it's Alabama, LSU, and on the West Coast, UCLA, USC renew their rivalry. Both had big wins on Thursday. Marble. Rebound and a foul by Weisinger as he tried to climb the big tree. And Gamble not only got him in the forehead, but Weisinger got a foul as well.
He might have called that foul earlier on Hamilton, Dick. I'm not too sure. See what the call is. Yeah, see, I think he called it on Hamilton pushing off there. Can they check that with the scorer?
There's another foul, this time on Hamilton, trying to stop the Iowa charge. And that will be his 4th. You're right, Al. Hamilton did get both those fouls within just seconds, and so he leaves without scoring a point in the game.
He never got into the game. They didn't start him. They normally have been starting him. Maybe he's not that good off the bench. Some guys have to start, Dick.
Blackwell replaces him. He's a better scorer. Horton. Tough angle jumper by Ed Horton to take the lead to 41.
Oh, dangerous. Dangerous again. That was a walk.
Cuyava pressured in the backcourt, makes the mistake.
Whenever you throw a ball to a 7-footer, you should say, stay, don't move. Just hold the ball above your head and give it to one of the guards. Tony Y or Blackwell.
Used to give your kids kennel training. Just stay.
Stay, don't move. And don't throw it to a big guy. I hated big guys that could shoot, then to get out of the middle. I like big guys that couldn't shoot, so they stay close to the basket.
B.J. Armstrong rattles it home, and Iowa comes back 44-41 after relinquishing the lead on Illinois' 10 straight points at the start of this half.
They work off runs. Not a nice word to use on Valentine's Day, but they work off a killer instinct. How many ways do I love you? Let me count them, or something like that. Here we go.
That was Browning, wasn't it? Cuyava inside to score. Jens Cuyava at 13 against Wisconsin, his career high.
Alley-oop.
Recent game. Oh, Horton can't quite get it, but there's Lohaus flashing in, stolen by Blackwell with Weisinger. Blackwell takes it himself and misses the layup.
Great play by B.J. Armstrong that time. Unbelievable. He made Blackwell drop his eyes.
Here's Armstrong with the ball, and now to Gamble. Lohaus. 5 points for Lohaus, and Iowa by 3 with 13 minutes left.
And it's time for Norman.
Next time out, Hawkeyes will bring in 3 fresh players. Jones, Moe, and Lorenzen waiting at the scorer's table. And the foul on Lohaus, and here they'll come. Let's go back to the break by Weisinger and Blackwell.
Watch this. He fakes, and he goes right by him. Now, Blackwell dropped his eyes for a split second, which broke his continuity on the chippy. That play is only appreciated by a coach.
It broke his continuity on the chippy. Oh, my. Norman.
It's Norman's time.
Boy, he has that ability to just get up there, almost like Elgin Baylor, sit there for a while, and down goes Cuyava holding his left knee. Whether it's a cramp or injured himself, more seriously, we'll soon learn.
He seems to be in quite a little bit of pain, Dick.
Quite a bit. So at 12:49 left in the game, Jens Cuyava, the giant 7-footer from West Germany, down, and we'll see whether he can put any pressure at all. No, he's not even going to try to put any weight on that left knee. See if we can detect what happened to Cuyava. Watch the right side of your screen. That's Cuyava heading up court.
Yep. Seems that he hit his own heel there, Dick, to go down.
Yeah, they're going to put some ice on that knee.
As I told you last week, they don't take him inside. It's a good sign. Oh, they're taking him inside. That's a bad sign.
A 1-point game, Iowa, 46-45. And Illinois in trouble now with the big men. Cuyava out with the injury, and Hamilton is sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. That brings in 44 Phil Coons, a freshman. He's 6'9", wears number 44.
Doesn't have that much playing time. Will force the Illini to stay in the zone.
11 seconds on the shot clock. Marble down, up, and is fouled. Coons got him.
Coach Lou thinks that Marble covered too much ground there without
getting the ball on the floor.
Dropping it down once or twice. Putting the pill down on the floor.
George Raveling, when he had this young man marble last year, said he learned in a hurry that the best way to coach marble is to not invade his talent. Leave him alone. This is both, and Altenberger has it stolen by Horton. And then Horton charged into Altenberger, and he may be the best in the Big Ten, maybe the country, at taking that charge. He seems to always be in your face. Altenberger loses the ball, but gets the charge.
Well, he's constantly hustling. He's constantly aware of where the ball is, and he'll always take a charge. He doesn't really respect his body that much.
Look at the anticipation there. Great anticipation. As soon as he saw that he'd lost the ball, he positioned himself for that charge.
First down.
Here comes Blackwell, and they've got a 3-on-1 with only Horton back, and Weisinger pulls up for the shot. His 7th point of the game, and Illinois regains the lead. Jones for Iowa, short. Coons leads Altenberger. Jones to beat, and he is fouled.
It's getting to be a little bit of a track meet. I really think at this time, outside of the pressure up court by Iowa, they're better off going to a half-court offense because of the lack of height on Illini.
What's the best golf score you ever had? Altenberger's a good golfer, that's why I asked. What's your best you've ever, any course? I mean a legitimate course.
I once had a 79.
Hey, that's
the first 9 holes.
Well, Altenberger has had a 66. That's almost fun. That was a course record. So I was thinking of another great athlete. Hale Irwin, of course, is a great Colorado football player and now makes his money on the tour. And, of course, that's coming up later on NBC. The Andy Williams from out in La Jolla, California. And Craig Stadler, who had a fine Hawaiian Open, shot a course record 62 yesterday to take the lead. So we've got plenty ahead, including the action at Iowa City.
Lafitte, Louisiana and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. Lafitte means flat-bottom boat racing and a Cajun feast that'll set your mouth on fire. And Old Milwaukee means a great beer, cold, crisp, Old Milwaukee beer and smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light.
There's nothing like the flavor of a special place at Old Milwaukee beer.
Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Even today, there are still places in Europe so isolated, hardly anyone ever goes there. But UPS does. With scheduled delivery to every address in every European country it serves, at prices other air delivery companies might find a little scary. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Announcing the biggest truck value package in Chevy history. Now get a new 6-year, 60,000-mile warranty. Plus, on select new Chevy pickups, low 3.9 GMAC financing. Or $500 cash back. It's Chevy's biggest pickup value ever.
Day Chevy truck.
Sunday, the Duke Blue Devils battle the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. College basketball, it's the stuff Sundays are made of on NBC Sports.
All-American there, Laurie Henry, attractive junior here at the University of Iowa from Cedar Rapids, named to the top 10 All-America cheerleaders. That's a nice honor.
Yeah, their team came in 3rd in the national.
Wait a minute, we got a call that Texas is not using the 6-woman basketball. And you know when they stopped using it, you only missed by a couple of years.
When?
79.
1979? Oh, missed by 8 years. That's not bad for me.
That's true. 49-46 Illinois. And Iowa only a +3 in rebounds. They're on the season averaging a +12. That was one of the keys to the game in the eyes of Lou Henson. And B.J. Armstrong, who took a tumble, comes up holding his right leg. There is no question in what we've been able to sample around the country. Big Ten basketball is the most physical in the country.
They play hard. Every game's a traditional game. I look for probably Reeves, who hasn't played yet today, to maybe come in for Armstrong.
Jens Kuyava, meanwhile, we're just checking the Illinois bench. He has returned. His left knee still packed in ice, but is back on the Illinois bench. If we get any official word as to what that injury is, we'll let you know. And Armstrong limps off. There's Kuyava. I don't think we'll see him again today. Armstrong.
No, but they're coming in with Jones, and they'll put probably Mo at the point.
Don't forget to stay tuned. It's the first half of our doubleheader on this Saturday on NBC. Actually, a triple header in sports, because we'll also be showing you the third round of the Andy Williams out in La Jolla.
Now you'll see a reverse. You'll see Illinois try to turn the ball over, keep a lot of pressure on.
Bill Jones takes over at the point guard. He's really a valuable man. He can play wing, play the small forward, and the point guard at 6'7".
If I was Jones, I'd move Y inside. There he goes. Come around to Jones.
That's a 9-inch mismatch.
Move Brad Lohaus out. That's right. Brad can shoot from the outside. Now kicking into Jones.
9 seconds on the shot clock. You see it ticking away. Jones will take it. A little short. Tipped in by Gamble. 4 points for Kevin Gamble. Norman Hook. That's up for grabs. And Gamble to Lohaus. Oh, he's fouled.
Nice play. Here's the kick down. Possible three-point play here. Now, before that, what happened, here's where Jones shoots over the spoiler. Weisinger. Tap in, automatic.
And Lohaus looking for his 8th point to complete the three-point play. Marble, another rebound, and there's Iowa. Boy, do they hit the offensive board. That was a 6-point turn for Iowa. The ball never left the Illinois baseline, really, and they scored 3 baskets.
Well, it's a mismatch on the baseline now, because two of the Illini, big guys are out of there.
And now that full court pressure with Lohaus guarding the inbounds man. There again, Norman tied up. Now they break it and they have a 4-on-2. Bardo. Weisinger. 52-49 Iowa. 10.5 minutes remain.
Playing the tight zone so they can't kick the ball into Norman. When we give him the outside shot, I look for Doug to hit it. They get it back to him.
Norman, little short. And the foul on Coons. His second.
1-and-1.
Boy, the advantage that a coach and team has, like Iowa going into the tournament, and they certainly will be in the tournament, with that deep bench, the quality of depth in the bench. And you compare that now with Illinois. They lose one man with fouls, another with injury. Now they're dipping down. And Coons, while a freshman and may develop into a fine player, still is inexperienced and has some things to learn.
Well, possibly, Dick, 2 teams that could be dancing down there in Bourbon Street.
Finals in New Orleans this year.
I think they're trying to force it too much into Norman. They've got hit from the outside against his zone first.
There's Norman inside. Tough shot. He gets his own rebound. Gets Jones in the air. Can't hit it.
Oh, what a man. Oh, that Norman just goes up there. He's a man playing with boys.
Yep.
War on the Boards. That was the title of George Raveling's book on rebounding.
Watch how many times he goes back up, how quickly he goes back up. He goes back up with authority and strength.
Jones reaching in, number 14, picked up the foul. That's 5 team fouls in Iowa. Illinois has already committed 7. Altenberger for 3. Won't drop. Coons bats it in. Phil Coons. 52-51 Iowa. 9.5 left. Next Saturday
this Iowa team at Indiana, holding against Bardo.
Very important now, the one-on-ones. They must bottom the first one.
Third foul on Bardo. Kevin Gamble, averaging 12 a game, looking for his 5th today. He's been hampered by that thigh bruise, that right thigh. And another miss on the front end of a one-and-one. Norman rakes down the rebound.
Iowa can still give one foul before their one-and-one.
Norman loses control of the ball, and it's taken off by Lorenzen. Here comes Gamble, got away with a walk. Jones for Iowa. 52-51 Hawkeyes. 9 minutes left. And they call it a jump ball. Possession points toward Illinois. Here comes Moe back in the game. Jeff, their best outside shooter.
Well, they need Moe more to become a point guard on the offense.
Good movement by Weisinger, getting it to Bardo to break the press.
Doug is waiting over there, but Moe goes out quite quickly on him.
Inside to Norman. Misses again. That's 3 in a row that Norman has missed. Bardo, the guard, inside to rebound and score. Big basket for Bardo, his first points of the game, and Illinois leads.
Last 2 baskets scored by freshmen.
Boy, it's Illinois. They're good this year. They're going to be good again next year. They have really some outstanding talent. Iowa 54, Illinois 53. 8 minutes left. Norman takes it inside. He's tied up, and that'll be a no, traveling is the call. And Norman, not to be denied, and he wants so desperately to score that in a bit of a slump.
Look at all these ball players right inside the paint here, hustling for the ball. Now Bardo gets it, turns around.
And we'll be back after these messages from your local station.
I'm Bronson Pinchot from Perfect Strangers.
And I'm Paulina. Join us and musical guest Paul Young for the annual swimsuit edition of Saturday Night Live. Well, it's not special.
They say time flies the older you get. And maybe that's what's so precious about memories. And maybe that's why trust is so important. Because young or old, you need to know who you can rely on. No matter what your age or era, Capital Federal Savings is here to help you. Capital Federal Savings, a part of your life. Capital Federal Savings Bank, more than ever, your financial friend.
Cheese, glorious cheese. Tastes mighty inviting. Cheese, glorious cheese. It's so tantalizing.
Whether you like it saucy, snappy, mild, or wild, real cheese has a taste for you.
Enjoy cheese, marvelous cheese, wonderful cheese, glorious cheese.
Join Sheldon Ribson and Kim Benson tonight at 6.
Failure at the free throw line by Iowa, only 1 for 7, and several of those were on 1-and-1 front ends. Illinois had only 2 chances and made both. They're not in the 1-and-1 yet. Iowa's committed only 5 fouls. By the way, Cuyaba, who is on the end of the bench over there for Illinois, word is that he did twist the knee and will be out for the remainder of the game. No more details than that. No word yet on B.J. Armstrong, who is yet to return for Iowa since he limped off. 54-53, the Hawkeyes lead it. And Iowa with the ball. And it's Illinois with a backcourt
court pressure. Gary Wright and Lorenzen off the bench for Iowa. Inside to Marble over Altenberger. Norman may have made him rethink the trajectory, and Norman with another rebound, his 11th of the game, also leads all scorers with 18 points. Illinois looks for the lead.
Round the horn, all the way over to Tony. There it is to Tony.
Weisinger, not there. Lorenzen for Iowa.
I look for Lorenzen to pop it again. He made that first when he has confidence.
There he is.
Isn't confidence a funny thing? You almost call it the next time a kid touches the ball when he makes a good shot the first time.
Little Tony Weisinger was the man who kept it alive for Illinois. And the Illini look over at the bench, and 12D is the sign shown by the coaching staff.
Very important game for Iowa to stay in the hunt.
Both teams to entertain any hopes of a Big Ten title. The loser will only look to the NCAA.
Tight zone, so they'll have the outside shot. They don't want Norman to get the ball.
Altenberger for 3. Lorenzen with another rebound. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Weisinger commits the foul.
Again, very, very important for the Hawks. They got to hit the first of the 1-and-1. Like the measles, one guy misses, the next guy misses.
Lou Henson going to the bench, and that's Blackwell that he's going to send in. Weisinger with his 3rd foul will be rested for a bit. And Michael Reeves is checking in at the scores table for Iowa. Apparently he will replace Bill Jones. Reeves is down sitting below the scores table as Ed Horton comes back in for Iowa.
Put Horton in to put some body onto Norman. And he has a lot of body.
Bill Jones in high school at Southwestern, his teammate was Antoine Chaubert, the fine backcourt player for the University of Michigan. That's his first point, and Iowa leads by 2. Lowell Hamilton, who has not scored a point, starter for Illinois all season long, replaces Phil Coons.
Got to remember he has 4 fouls. Watch him on defense. A lot of times a guy with 4 fouls does not play hard defense because he knows if he gets the whistle, he's back in Pine City.
Jones hits a pair, and it's a 3-point lead. He comes out and is replaced by number 11, Michael Reeves, more of a defensive specialist than offense. He's from Milledgeville, Georgia.
He's going for the steal. They had him pinned against the sidelines, 2-on-1. They cut off the outlet passes. Reeves is in beautiful position to steal that time. Reeves, Dick, I believe, is a point guard. Here's the steal. They both pin him. Blackwell's pinned. That's a 7-footer on this side with a wingspan of a condor.
(56-53) Iowa now trying to convert the turnover.
Laying off Horton. Hamilton's playing down low.
Altenberger and Marble in a fight, and Marble wins that for the moment and picks up the foul from Norman.
Marble just does so many things in the air. He's like a disco dancer in the air.
3rd foul on Norman.
Roy needs a little bit more concentration on the foul line.
Marble last year as a freshman scored 399 points. That was an Iowa freshman record. Then he looks for number 10. Under his average of 14 this year as a sophomore. Made our NBC all-freshman team, did Roy, last year. He said, I want to play on the '88 Olympic team. Follows his own missed shot, and then traveling is the call. Boy, he crashed hard. Again, this Rudy Washington, the assistant coach for Tom Davis, is in charge of the rebounding, and they're the best in the nation. They're better than 2 rebounds a game, better than Pitt, number 2, the Panthers. And Rudy says, we think it every day. Charge after the shot. And boy, that was Marble, a good case in point.
Plus, go for inside position, Dick. That's the key to rebounding. Inside position. Constantly think of getting inside, And the key to winning is hitting the offensive board, your board.
57-53 is the Iowa lead. There's Norman doing exactly what you said you want your big man to do. Get the ball, hold it, sit, and wait. Timeout, Illinois. 5 minutes and 9 seconds remain here at Carver Arena, where the Hawkeyes lead by 4.
Chocolate is scrumptious when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch. That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
Hi, I'm Mr. Goodwrench. I was GM trained in Chicago.
I'm Mr. Goodwrench. Got my GM training in Terrytown, New York.
No matter where he lives.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Portland, Oregon.
Mr. Goodwrench can get something not just any mechanic can get. GM training.
Got my GM training in Oklahoma City.
I was GM trained in Atlanta. GM has training schools all over America.
Miami, Florida. Buffalo, New York. Memphis, Tennessee.
So no matter where you are.
Houston, Texas.
No one knows your GM car better. No one.
Ah, draft beer. It's always been the smoothest, freshest beer around. Poured straight from the tap. And now, there's a true draft beer in a bottle. Miller Genuine Draft. It's not heat pasteurized like most bottled beers. It's cold filtered for real draft smoothness. Ask for Miller Genuine Draft. The Miller with the black label. It's beer at its best.
Who has the sight and sound experience you must experience? Who? RCA. With digital command component systems. If you settle for less than RCA, that's exactly what you'll get.
Well, happy Valentine's Day from Iowa City, and presenting all of us here at NBC Sports to the women in our lives, and for the ladies who work on our crew, their men. We hope it's a warm and wonderful day.
Same with me, Dick, but there's no love on the court.
Oh, no. Some kissing going on, but it's with elbows. Illinois ball. Iowa leads by 4 with 5:09 left.
How would you like to have this 6th man of a crowd here? They just stand up and blow you out of here with noise.
15,000, about 500, the capacity.
Ooh, got away with a palm that time, off a high dribble. Bartle.
Back to number 23 again. Have you figured out what that play is?
I don't know what it means, but get the ball in the Norman. If it's 23, 28, 44, whatever you call it.
You see Lou Hansen holding the 23 sign on the far side.
Horton's putting his body on him. Pushing and shoving underneath.
They're running out of time.
They're going the clock.
They called timeout in the middle of their 45-second clock and had forgotten that, so they thought there was more time left. Frankly, we did too. We were surprised. Suddenly looked up and there it was down to 2 seconds.
That's one of the rarest calls in college ball today. Nice.
Marble over Altenberger, blocked by Norman.
I thought Marble should have left that up in the air on the pass. Once he brought it down, allowed Norman to adjust and spike it. Four-point spread, favor the Hawks.
Big possession for them if they could go up 6.
Arrow favors them. They still have 1 foul to give before the Illini go to 1-1.
4 minutes left in the game. Iowa 57, Illinois 53. Shot clock down to 19. They're going to chew up some of that time, apparently. This is by design. Now they're going to go into their play. 9 seconds. And the foul's on Weisinger for his 4th. So Lou Henson really strapped now in the foul situation. Hamilton's in there with 4. Weisinger playing with 4. Kuyaba out for the rest of the game with a knee injury.
And J.B. Armstrong is not out of the locker room yet. He went down about 6 minutes ago.
The Iowa point guard. Jones is 3 for 3 from the line in this game. +7 in the turnover department for Iowa. That's testimony to their fine defense.
That's an unbelievable number, but of course the defense creates it.
But Illinois doing a good job with them on the boards. Altenberger with a save. 1 point out of the 2 free throws for Jones. 5-point the lead. Iowa could really have a big lead if they made more of their free throws in the second half.
I think you see a 3-point shot this time. There it is.
Altenberger hits it.
They had to go for it because the clock is becoming so important. It's under 3:30.
A 2-point game. That 3-point shot does make a difference. I am enjoying it more and more. I do think it's a little too easy, but it's here to stay, don't you think?
Yes, it has to be pushed out 2 more feet. Then you can't play that much zone. See, the zones want to extend themselves this much on 19-9.
Martin, not there. Foul Lohaus over the back.
If you make it 21-9, then the zone has to extend itself, which will eliminate a lot of the zones. We're seeing more zones because of the closeness of the 3-point shot.
B.J. Armstrong with his right thigh heavily taped returns for Iowa.
B.J. looks like about 16 years of age.
Armstrong, number 10, who is such a key to this Iowa offensive attack because of his ball handling skills. And now it's Illinois with the ball, trailing by only 2. Next foul will get Illinois on the line. There's Armstrong. He's not quite at full speed with that thigh. Weisinger off to Hamilton, misses. Boy, Hamilton's really been cold.
Well, he might have got a piece of it. Someone might have caught some of them that time. He overlaid. 2-point spread. Looks like it's going to be a photo.
Marble. Oh,
nice.
What a pass, but he fooled everyone except Altenberger. Weisinger pulls up to try to tie it and does. 58 all with 2:36 left.
That's the 3rd one that Tony Y made that way, and that's an extremely difficult shot because your momentum's taking you towards the basket. He pulls up, he stops on the dime, gets his balance, and all net.
Iowa led by as much as 10. We're up by 8 at halftime. Illinois scored the first 10 points of the second half to take the lead, and it's been seesaw since.
Key basket was by Hawkeyes. That 3-pointer that knocked it down from 5 to 2.
Shot clock ticking away, and there's now exactly 2 minutes left in the game.
And there's 10 seconds on the shot clock on your screen.
Armstrong hits it. A tough 10-footer from the baseline.
Wow, the choir boy, the altar boy, looks about 16, as I said earlier. Comes off the bench, still hasn't built up a sweat, and hits a prime-time shot. They're going to overplay the 3-point shot. They should. We're getting down to where the clock is of the utmost importance. Altenberger should be covered, and so should Tony Y.
Weisinger, a 3-pointer. Hits it.
Morton sin. No. You had to go out on him.
Illinois leads 61-60 with 1:15 left.
Oh, the play in the Big Ten is just unbelievably tight and tough and at a high level. Purdue wins here Thursday, and now Illinois threatens.
Now, I just turned around for half a second, and boom, the whole thing went up.
Hottest day in the summer, and we end up loading that sucker twice.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you remember looking old man Donovan's face?
After that, I never thought he'd bring out that keg like he did.
That was good draft.
Oh, I remember that beer.
Drinking Miller Genuine Draft will remind you of the best beer you ever had. Because it is Genuine Draft. Cold filtered for real draft smoothness. It's beer at its best.
Hey, how come Donovan never asked us back? Ace is the place you come to for everything you're looking for. Ace is the place that lends a helping hand. Ace is the place.
Ace is the place for Amarok deadbolt and entry locks, just $5.44 each.
Ace is the place.
An Ace Clean Sweep corn broom for $2.99. And Ace Label kitchen trash bags for just $1.57.
Ace is the place with the help of hardware men.
The Bruins and the Trojans. UCLA trying to fight for that Pac-10 lead. Oregon State right with them. And it's Alabama or LSU for other of you watching around the country. And then, of course, also the third round of golf from the Andy Williams of Final Florida. Very impressive win over the University of Kentucky. That's a fine Gator team, number 19 in the country. Here, it's 61-60 Illinois. Iowa with the ball, 1 minute and 10 left.
Now, let me set something up. It might be boring for them. It's like a clinic. There's 35 seconds left in the shot clock for the fight in the Illini.
For Iowa.
They must take the shot within the next 20 seconds because then they get the ball back automatically. If Illinois cannot hold it for 45 seconds, you go by number of possessions. So they can't hold it too long.
Lohaus doesn't intend to, and he was fouled. And it was Hamilton, his fifth. So Lowell Hamilton fouls out, and the starter and regular for Illinois leaves without scoring a point. Goose egg to the bench for Hamilton.
They got to come back with Coons. They need some height underneath, so I believe they got to come back with the freshman.
So that's two men that are out. Kuyava and Hamilton, both important frontline players. Kuyava with the injury. No move yet made by Henson, and he's looking past Coons.
Well, they're trying to say that, hey, Lionel Hamilton just kept his hands up in the air. Nope, they're going with quicker guard. I wonder why. I wouldn't do that, Lou. I would go with he's going with them. Going with experience, a junior.
Blackwell, who's 6'4", good jumper and a fine score. And with the game on the line, he wants that experience in there. 59 seconds left. Meanwhile, Lohaus with a long wait. And this has been a critical part of this half. Illinois getting 2 for 2 on a foul opportunity. Fouled while shooting, while Iowa has been cold from the line.
They might make a decision if Brad makes the first foul shot here, puts the game even. Well, you can hear a pin drop. There goes the sledgehammer.
Lohaus looks for the lead for Iowa.
Remember the possessions, 45 seconds. Both teams are in a 1-1. The arrow favors Iowa. Plenty of timeouts. Both teams.
And now it's Illinois facing the pressure of being down by 1 and this full court press of Iowa. Now they get it in the hands of Weisinger.
Look for a timeout when they get over half court, maybe. Nope.
48 seconds, 47. There's the official time. About 15 seconds ahead of the shot clock.
Good call. Figured they'd call it. Good call by Lou.
Illinois 19-5, except for a loss at North Carolina. 4 other losses, 2 by 1 point, 2 by 3. Didn't get a countdown. So. No countdown that time.
Chevrolet announces one of the biggest values in automotive history. A 6-year, 60,000-mile warranty on new 87 passenger cars, plus $1,000 cash back on new Cavaliers, Camaros, and 2.5-liter Celebrities. That's cash back on the best protected cars in Chevrolet's history.
I think
This bunch deserves a treat this weekend.
Yeah! We'll need extra cash.
No problem.
The Discover Card. Smart move.
Get cash at thousands of automatic teller machines.
And more.
With Discover Card checks.
What's this?
At largest Sears stores, coast to coast.
Get the most.
For cash 3 ways, this is the one.
Smart move. The Discover Card.
Great day.
Yeah, what are we doing tomorrow?
The Discover Card.
Iowa looking for its 22nd win of the year. They're 21-3. They're on their way to the winningest team in Iowa basketball history. Illinois, 19-5. There's the timeout situation. Take us into the huddles, Al.
Well, I believe that this kid Coons, he took his jacket off, now he's putting it back on. I think if Iowa scores, you'll see Coons come in. If Iowa scores, obviously if Illinois scores, Iowa will call a timeout. Coons will come in for Blackwell. What's going to happen now, I think they'll show him an aggressive base on defense, Iowa will. When the ball gets in bounds, Iowa will settle back into a zone and favor the seniors. Now, there are 3 seniors out there.
Time situation, 40 seconds left in the game. 27 seconds on the shot clock. You see in the upper left. 1-point game. As close as this long rivalry has been.
I think you'll see him settle back to his zone now. I think it's they're playing possum.
Altenberger for a 3-pointer, not there. But Bardo inside gets the rebound. The freshman can't score. Lohaus is fouled by Norman. It'll be a 2-shot foul.
I'm not sure yet. The ref put up 2, Dick. Good call. It was an intentional to stop the clock. Plenty of time left. Only a 1 point. There's a 3-point shot. If this kid makes both, the Illini come down and put it into overtime with 1 from the arc.
Lohaus, who made 2 critical free throws his last trip to the line. Tom Davis talking about the defense after the free throw.
It'll just be an annoying defense, Dick. They'll settle back.
He's leaving 2 men at midcourt to play it safe. Lohaus now with 10 points.
Well, I'd be jumping all over my players right now saying, hey, if he misses this, I don't care. No 3-point play. What I would do, Dick, I would foul intentionally. Not now. They got a 3-point spread, settle back, plenty of time left.
Final seconds tick away. Illinois needs a 3-pointer to tie.
And timeout. No, foul. He's saying 21. No, he's saying there were 21 seconds on the clock, 9:19 because of the noise. He was saying 2-1 to the scores table. 21 seconds left, and the timeout call.
The lead man, Tom Rutka. No, this fella here is, don't know which one that was. I think that was Lickerton. Good call. Put the 2 seconds back.
Now, Altenberger is one of the better 3-point shooters in the country. I mean, if you look at it this way, that 3 points versus 2, if you're a 50% shooter, you're actually 75% in productivity. So Altenberger, obviously, who took the last 3-point attempt, is the man they'd like to get it to, although Weisinger is very good as well, as we have seen. So one of those 2 men figure to be outside that 3-point line to take the shot. They're number 4 in the nation in converting 3-pointers. Now, Iowa didn't guard Weisinger a couple of trips ago.
Well, they'll do it this time, but take it a step further. In the back of a coach's mind, you always think the worst. Now, don't foul them on a 3-point play. I personally think if the clock goes down another 10 seconds, I would then foul intentionally. I would foul intentionally to put you on the line.
In other words, even if it meant a 2-shot foul,
yeah,
go ahead, foul.
Foul. Then I get the ball for the last 11 seconds of play, or 9 seconds of play.
I bet when you were a coach, you stayed awake nights thinking about things like that, just figuring away.
Well, I think next year, Dick, that there won't be a team in the country that won't take a gross amount of 250 3-point shots. 250. Because you got to take them. When you're
talking
seeing
at
those,
least 10 a game. Around 10 a game.
10, 12, 15 a game. When you see those percentages by Weisinger and by Altenberger, that they're shooting 75, 76% from the three-point area, you got to take the shot every time down almost on your initial possession.
Of course, Steve Alford of Indiana is the best in the country at that. We'll see him next Saturday against this Iowa team. Illinois' final chance with 20 seconds left.
The ball go inside first, then outside for a three-point shot. That's normally the way.
And he can't hit it. Rebound goes to Gamble. He clears, and Altenberger saves.
Oh, he stepped out of bounds right in front of us. Good hustle by Doug, but he did step out of bounds. It was right in front of us.
Now with 7 seconds left, Iowa leads by 3, trying to protect the ball. Weisinger and Armstrong a little too close. And now timeout will be called by Iowa.
Tom Davis waited a moment to see what face Illinois was giving them on the defense. Now he'll adjust to that.
As we wind down to the final seconds, we get ready for the second half of our doubleheader. A reminder that college basketball is brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. Cold filtered for real draft smoothness. It's beer at its best. And by the Discover Card, the credit card that offers a wide range of financial services.
I would say immediately foul. If Horton's out there, I'd foul Horton. He's their worst foul shooter. Wright is their worst, but he's on the bench. And just hope that they miss the shot. Hard man-to-man. Straight up man-to-man. No gimmick defenses here for the Illini.
That's a tough huddle for Lou Henson of Illinois, because even if they do foul, that'll take some time. Then you got to go to the line. You got to already be talking about what you do after if they miss the free throw. I mean, that's a lot of things being talked about.
Yeah, but Dick, if you don't foul, the game's over. So you got to do it immediately. Let maybe one tick go off the clock. And let me make sure that Horton's out there. I don't want to give him the kiss of death, but Horton is shooting just under 60% from foul line.
Let's see who is going to be in there.
I put a lot of pressure on the man taking the ball out of bounds. I would put Norman on the man taking the ball out of bounds, but I don't know if they'll do it.
Horton will not be in there.
All right. I would foul Gamble then.
He's 71% shooter.
Yeah, well, they have a great foul shooting team, but he's the next guy I would foul. I would loft the ball to Brad Lohaus on this. Area.
Weisinger tried to climb the tree, but he only got up to the third limb and grabbed on for his fifth.
Well, that's a big red tree there, Dick. You know, Coach and I come from the same state. I wasn't born in Wisconsin, but I coached there for 13 years. And he's on top of his game all the time.
One of the things I know Lou Henson will talk about, because you have to if you're a coach, especially when you look at the scoreboard and see that Iowa still has only committed 6 fouls in this entire second half. And it's been a free throw shooting contest. And if Iowa wins, all you have to do is look at the difference in free throws, and you'll see that's where they won the game.
All right, now this is a 1-on-1. He's not getting 2 shots. He's shadow shooting for you young people out there. That helps some people. Other people do it for the TV.
He's been tough at the line down the stretch, Lohaus, 4 in a row.
Well, he's a 5-year senior. This is his 5th year. He had played for the 3 coaches. Olsen and George Raveling, and now finishing off.
And just about locks it up for Iowa. It'll be their 22nd win, keep them just 2 losses behind Indiana, the leader in the Big Ten, and they'll get their chance over at Bloomington on Saturday next. Indiana, by the way, doesn't play this weekend. They're at Wisconsin on Monday night. Lohaus down the stretch, 5 in a row.
Lohaus has been changed from a center to a forward. He played with his back to the basket, but very rarely can a guy adjust. This guy is adjusted and will be a first-round draft choice, no doubt about it.
You really believe he'll make the first round?
Bottom end, the bottom 16. There was a scout here yesterday. Al Bianchi was here from Phoenix, and he says the kid is getting a lot of attention and should go in the bottom half of the first round.
That's a nice story. A change of coaches. Lohaus figured he just wasn't playing, never really lived up to all of his high school building out of Arizona. In comes a new coach. He sees something different in a kid, gets a chance, and now it's a whole new, bright, beautiful world for him.
Well, it seems a family anyway with Alpha Yankees at Phoenix. So the kid's from Arizona.
Right. Yeah, 12 points for Lohaus today, and 10 of those in the second half. 5 from the line, the last 5.
I asked him yesterday about the 3 different coaches, and each coach, he said, was well prepared. I was making a show we're going to put on at halftime at the Michigan game here, and he said exactly the same thing for the 3 coaches.
Well, he's diplomatic, too.
Top hat and cane diplomacy.
Our executive producer of NBC Sports is Michael Weissman. Producer today is George Finkel, and director Harry Coyle. Thanks to all our crew. Lohaus trying to make it 6 in a row down the stretch. And Bill Jones comes in. Guess not. He's coming in for the shooter. They won't be in here yet.
Nobody on the line. They just don't want any touch foul or any pushing and shoving. All they're worried about is that clock start, and wouldn't be bad to miss the foul on purpose.
Oh, red hot down the line, Lohaus. From the line. He gets a standing ovation as he goes off. The long pass to Altenberger. He'll take the 3-pointer. Norman at the buzzer. And Iowa celebrates a hard-earned 66-61 win over Illinois as they sweep the Illini and move ahead of Illinois in the Big Ten race. Stay tuned for the second half of our doubleheader. Either Alabama and LSU, or out on the West Coast, UCLA and USC coming up next on NBC Sports. We'll see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern Time from South Bend, the Duke Blue Devils and the Irish of Notre Dame. For Al McGuire, this is Dick Enberg. So long from Iowa City, Iowa.